Prophet Zulqarnain is a figure mentioned in the Quran, primarily in Surah Al-Kahf, 18-83-101. He is traditionally understood to be a righteous ruler, believed by some scholars and commentators to be a prophet, though this view is debated. The name Zulqarnain means the two-horned one in Arabic, referring either to a title or a symbolic description. Several interpretations and theories about his identity exist, though the Quran itself does not provide a direct confirmation of his exact identity or the time period in which he lived. Quranic narrative. In the Quran, Zulqarnain is portrayed as a powerful and just ruler, granted by Allah immense authority and the ability to travel to distant lands. His story unfolds in 3 distinct episodes. 1. Journey to the west. Zulqarnain reaches the place where the sun sets, which is described as a muddy spring or Black Sea in some interpretations. He encounters a people living in a remote region, and after assessing their needs, he offers them guidance and protection, ruling with justice. 2. Journey to the east. He then travels to a place where the sun rises and encounters another group of people who are vulnerable and in need of protection. Zulqarnain helps them, again offering guidance and aid. 3. The barrier against Ya'juj and Ma'juj, Gog and Magog. The third and most famous part of the story involves Zulqarnain coming across a group of people who are being oppressed by the tribes of Gog and Magog, Ya'juj and Ma'juj, who were causing destruction and chaos. In response, Zulqarnain builds a massive, impenetrable barrier made of iron and molten copper to prevent Ya'juj and Ma'juj from breaking through and harming the people. This barrier is described as being one of his greatest achievements, and it is believed to remain intact, holding back these tribes until the Day of Judgment. Interpretations and theories. While the Quran does not specify the exact identity of Zulqarnain, some Islamic scholars and commentators have speculated about his identity, suggesting he could be 1. Alexander the Great. Some early Islamic scholars, particularly during the medieval period, identified Zulqarnain with Alexander the Great. This view is based on the description of his travels to the east and west, as well as the term two-horned, which may have referred to a helmet or crown. However, this theory is disputed by many scholars because Alexander was not a monotheist and did not share the same values as those attributed to Zulqarnain in the Quran. 2. Cyrus the Great. Another theory is that Zulqarnain could be Cyrus the Great, the Persian ruler who is known for his just rule and his conquests in both the east and west. Some Islamic historians have suggested this connection, especially given the just and fair attributes described in the Quran. 3. A legendary figure. Some scholars argue that Zulqarnain may be a legendary or symbolic figure whose name and deeds were passed down through oral tradition, rather than referring to a specific historical person. Lessons and significance. Justice and righteousness. Zulqarnain's story emphasizes the importance of ruling with fairness and justice, especially in times of conflict and oppression. Divine guidance. The Quran highlights that Zulqarnain's success and power were granted by Allah, showing that all authority is ultimately from Allah. Preparation for the future. The story of the barrier against Ya'juj and Ma'juj can be seen as a reminder of future events, particularly in the eschatological context, where Ya'juj and Ma'juj believed to break free before the end of the world. In conclusion, Prophet Zulqarnain's story serves as a moral and spiritual lesson, emphasizing leadership, justice, and the divine nature of power. His legacy continues to be a subject of discussion and analysis in Islamic thought and history.